So the amount of non-leadership in this world is absolutely astronomical. But more importantly, the amount of individual humans being far from God and his personal voice in this world is absolutely astronomical. And this entire COVID symptoms display has made that perfectly clear to anyone worldwide. First of all, I mean, this whole thing is a giant joke, but it just demonstrates to the plain eye everywhere that tons of people are far from God. Because if you're close to God, there's no way you're going to put on one of these dumb masks at any point in your physical existence for any reason. Period. But strangely, we see a heck of a lot of humans, including Christians, wearing these stupid masks and even posing for photos on websites of like the front page of Christian organizations and charities. It's clinically insane. So again, what you see is a lot of individual people who are far from the personal voice of God. They are far from personal relationship with God. Sadly, there are many Christians, there are many people in the world that are caught up in religion, okay? And they're caught up in people-pleasing, and they're caught up in their family, their organization, and their network of people, and the culture, and the people-pleasing, and the friends that they have, and they don't even have a personal relationship with God. I have heard from, and like, it's been unbelievable to me how many Christians I have run into and know of and can obviously see in the world that don't know the personal voice of God. They don't, because they don't seek a personal relationship with God. They have just followed the religion. And they went to church for the social aspect. And they just wanted to fit in. And of course it's just like, the reality is the obvious demonstration that huge numbers of individuals, of people on this planet, are completely far from the personal voice of God is astronomical. And I'm talking Christians galore. Christians galore. Every Christian that is bowing down to this stupid COVID thing, everyone that puts on a mask is far from God. Period. Just totally period. And there's a solution to this problem. It's called you, little old you. Okay? And this guy right here. Okay? Seeking God with all your heart, drawing near with all your heart, desiring his personal voice with all your heart, giving huge amounts of respectful silent prayer time in your silent prayer closet to the Lord to prove to him that you're serious about hearing his personal voice. And mark my words, when he talks to you, he's going to tell you to not bow down to one single ounce of this retarded COVID madness, which is total lies and completely of Satan. Like, it's just okay. Just so once again, folks, like, I always jump to the core of the problem. I always jump to the root of the matter. If you ever see problems on planet Earth, if you ever see people in disunity, if you ever see people all over the world wearing masks and being freaked out about something that doesn't even exist, and guess what the solution to the problem is? People getting back to their personal relationship with God if they ever had it. Like, people just pursuing the personal voice of God like never before. Like, if you ever see problems in the world, if you pick any problem or evil or discord or frustration in humans at any time in the world, it is all relatable to one symptom. Individual humans not having an excellent personal relationship with God, which is based entirely upon them hearing and knowing the personal voice of God, which is based entirely on the level of respect and reverence they show for God and their personal private prayer closet and the time they devote to hearing God's personal voice. Done. Pick any problem in the world that you want. It is all solvable by individual humans doing what I just prescribed. Turn off your stupid human relationships if you have to. Turn off your phone. Turn off everything in the universe that you have to frequently in order to get alone with God, like Jesus did, who is the Son of God. The Bible says he often withdrew into the wilderness and prayed, which is to say he listened in silence for hours to the personal voice of the Father, talked to him all night long at any time that he went to the wilderness. That's Jesus, the Son of God. If Jesus, the Son of God, often withdrew into the wilderness to listen to the personal voice of the Father in silence, how much more do you think a little tiny human need to do that in order to function properly in this universe? Probably 10 times more. My goodness. I'm here to say it one more time. There is a solution to all problems at any point in the world. And I already told you what it is. Cut off all crap in your life and devote yourself to listening for the personal voice of God in your silent prayer time. And be generous with the silent prayer time. Done. I don't need to list 10,000 dumb things in the world that dumb humans do. I don't need to list 1 billion things in the world that dumb humans are doing because they have forsaken their personal prayer closet. I would get so weary listing them all. I could list every COVID symptom and it's all the same thing. Just all of this crap is all related to the one thing that I just told you the solution is. Humans far from God. No prayer closet. No silent time listening for his personal voice and delighting in it. Turn off your dumb phone. Turn off everything you need to for days if you have to. And say, I will not leave this prayer closet until I know that I've heard the personal voice of God and I've felt the pleasure of it. And then you're addicted for life as you should be. There are holy addictions in this universe. And hearing the personal voice of God in abundance is one of them. Everything that you see that is stupid or foolish among humans is just a symptom that comes from this one disease, separation from personal relationship with God. Get back to your private prayer closets, people, and get back big. Shut off all entertainment. Shut off even books, man. There are people, especially in the West, people are addicted to every form of literature there is. Shut off as much crap as you can, except the personal silent waiting time for the personal voice of God. Just more humans than ever before, more distracted than ever before, because there's more of us down here than ever before to be distracted by other humans. Get back to your personal prayer closet, people, and stay there forever until you hear the personal voice of God.